Hi, my name's Jamie and I am a British adventure runner who has recently returned from a 17,000 kilometre run from Canada to Argentina. It was about time in my life where I would focus on all the things that I was passionate about, trying to put them all into one expedition, one journey. So in August 2014, so what I did, I left, flew to Canada and started my run to Buenos Aires in Argentina. It is Friday the 15th, it is just a little after 9:30. I am setting off from Vancouver to Buenos Aires. 17,000 kilometers across 2 continents through 14 different countries. I wore through 17 pairs of running shoes, ran roughly about 46 kilometers on average per running day. There were 367 running days. I was away for 16 and a half months. I was pretty much alone for most of the expedition. I had no support team, so everything had to be in my stroller. And there were sections where there'd be 300–400 kilometers with no shops, nothing. I am in El Rosario in Baja, Mexico. And as you can see from the sign behind me, I'm about to venture into the desert. One of the great things about being on an expedition like this is the places you get to go that probably no one else is going to get to experience. You know, you're running and you're staying in the middle of a desert, and for me, deserts are my just absolute favourite place. Completely falling in love with this place. It is just the quietest, coolest place I have ever been. In this beautiful scenery, as you can see, sunset, volcanoes behind me, just stunning. I'm doing this run to raise funds and awareness for 3 charities. The first being Calm, which seeks to raise awareness about and prevent male suicide in the UK. Secondly, Macmillan, which is the cancer care charity. And thirdly, WaterAid, which looks to provide clean water in countries where clean water is not available. When I first left, everyone was like, oh, you're going to get people like following you like Forrest Gump, and I was kind of hoping that was going to happen. It didn't happen quite as many times as I thought it was going to happen, but it was a great time when I was in Mexico. And I stopped to pick up some coconut water, and it was next to a school, and there was 10–15 kids. As I started running, these kids started running behind me, and I was like, oh, they're obviously taking the mickey, or they're just, you know, just playing around. And as I kind of ran, they kind of whittled down to 10 of them, and they kept with me. And I turned around and was like, oh, you guys actually gonna follow? The next town's 10 kilometers away. And I'm like, yeah, we just won't take the bus, we'll run with you. And I think, you know, we managed to, just over an hour, we managed to get to the town I was heading for, and still had 4 kids with me. So I arrived in Cafecito in Puerto Escondido, and these are my 4 boys. They got me here. Muchas gracias. 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 For me, one of the main things about an expedition is the people you meet. You know, we all can see the scenery, we can look it up on Google Earth, we can look at photos and all that kind of stuff, but you can never replicate meeting people in random places. You meet people who completely support you and make sure you're not solo. And one couple I want to introduce you to is Dino and Jackie.
Hey, how's it going?
They kind of fed me for about a week, so I've had a fantastic time in this part of Baja. It's thanks to these 2. I slept up here last night, which is indigenous community. This has been my main man here. Hola. Hola. He's been helping me out. I wanted to sleep in a tent every night, but very luckily there were kind people out there. I got to sleep in industrial estates and in mechanics workshops. I got to sleep in hotels. I got to sleep on boats. So basically for me, if there was a bed, I would take it. If not, there was a tent. One of these cool things, that white van just up there, just pulled over. He saw me running, and I now have a gallon more of water, which is very kind. More and more I got into the expedition, the less and less alone I felt, because you realise that people are always around, and people are actually really helpful. So you kind of think there's a desert, I'm going to run out into it, and I'm gonna meet someone, they're gonna be helpful and they're gonna give me what I need to. So you kind of learn to trust in people. So I checked onto my flight. We are in Buenos Aires, gonna fly 13 hours back to London. When I get to London, straight off the plane, reassemble my stroller, and then 30k into the centre of London. So I was very lucky to be able to actually finish my expedition in London. I landed in Heathrow Airport on the 10th of January 2016. Today's my final day. I'm running from here, Terminal 5 in London Heathrow, to the Houses of Commons in the centre of London. Leaving Heathrow Airport, everyone say hello to the camera. So I got some people on camera. All right, everyone, big cheer! Running down Constitution Hill in London. Woo! Finished! It was great seeing all my friends and family, but part of me was very, very sad not to be out on the open road, living a completely carefree, adventurous life. When you live in a world and you're told that these are your limitations, as here, and you break through that barrier and you get a lot higher, you realise that there are so many more things that are possible, and you start dreaming. If I could carry on doing adventures for the rest of my life, I would. If my knees give in, I'll start swimming. If my arms give in, I'll find a different way of getting out there and experiencing this beautiful world that we've got and the opportunities that are there.